This is Harry Judd for Boxing Social in partnership with Empire Fight Store. It's weigh-in day. Chris Eubank Jr., Liam Smith. So much has already happened, even this week, Big Mo. Just a little bit, yeah. First of all, Happy New Year, mate. Great to be back in the UK. Talk me through yesterday, first of all. Let's talk about the main event press conference. Heated, to say the least. Personal, to say the least. What did you make of it?
Well, first, Happy New Year as well. Good to see you. Appreciate the time, as always. Yeah, look, it's been a long lead up to this fight. You know, they were doing promo stuff 2 months ago. You know, they've been talking crap to each other personally through DMs and all that stuff, regardless of who started it. So yesterday, it was their last opportunity to kind of talk publicly, and they chose to go after each other. And you know, they chose to go a certain direction, but which I guess you never really want to see. But at the same time, it's a fight. At the same time, they've been punching a bag for the last 2 weeks and imagining that it was the other person's face. So I guess I can't totally blame them. But yeah, it got pretty personal yesterday for sure.
We won't go into what was said. We all know what was said anyway. But this is boxing. Do you think boxing gets away with it more? If it was another sport and people said those sort of comments, how would people react? If it was Premier League, for example, or American football, that sort of thing doesn't really get said, does it? I know I put you on the spot there.
No, I mean, you're right. I would say, again, we have to understand that these guys are going in the ring to I mean, basically to try to kill each other. If we're just being totally transparent, you know, when you look at controversy has always been a draw. When you look at the biggest pay-per-view draws of recent history, when you look at people like Floyd Mayweather, when you look at people like Conor McGregor, they weren't exactly polite. So I don't know if maybe that played into it, if they're trying to sell a few more pay-per-views, whatever the goal was or the intention was, I don't know. But I don't know, man. It definitely got a little personal yesterday.
Enough about yesterday. Today, though, is it going to be as personal, or are they going to tone down? Because the British Border Control have made a statement this morning. Do you think they're going to sort of relax a little bit tonight or today, or do you reckon it's going to be the opposite?
I don't know. I mean, what's interesting is both of them want to sit there and say that neither of them got underneath each other's skin, but they did. They did get in under each other's skin. That's why it boiled over, and that's why it happened. Now, today, I don't know if they've taken a step back, if they're a little bit more relaxed. Who knows? I know it's a public weigh-in, and I don't know if a crowd added to it is going to fuel it a little bit. I don't know if Liverpool's going to show up a little bit in response to what Eubank said. I don't know if Liam's going to try to instigate something. You never know with this stuff. And personally, that's why I love boxing, is because it's so unpredictable. And, I mean, I hope they get it out of their system in the sense of whatever they still want to say, get it said. Hopefully it doesn't get personal like it does yesterday. But if they have to chat a little bit when they're face to face, so be it. But ultimately, we all just want a great fight tomorrow night. That's all we want. And I think both these guys are going to deliver that. Obviously, I hope they don't deliver it today. We got to make it to fight day tomorrow. So we'll see, I guess, when they get this close to each other.
What did happen yesterday, though? Liam kept mentioning your name in terms of the your opening speech. What did you make of that?
So I'm not entirely sure. I think he was just kind of playing with the introduction and kind of messing with Chris and a title that was mentioned. I don't know. I mean, it added to it. So I didn't expect Big Mo to be talked about in the press conference, but hey, oh well. I'm glad I was able to add to it a little bit.
Publicity is good publicity, Big Mo. I don't think it was towards you, to be honest. I think it was more towards you, mate, than anything.
Liam came up to me afterwards, and we joked. Me and Liam are friends, and he was the second fight I ever did for Sky and for Boxer was Smith McQuinio in Liverpool, and me and Liam became friends a little bit there, and so we talked a little bit after. He goes, "It wasn't towards you. I just wanted to add to the press conference." Like, I appreciate it,
We've spoken about the production in terms of they're such different characters, aren't they? They're so opposite, and that's why I think Boxer, in terms of this production, have done so good. The behind the scenes, gloves are off, etc. I think they played onto it so well. How have you found all of the build-up?
I think it's been fantastic, and I think it was needed. look, it's no secret that this is a pay-per-view. It's no secret that a lot of people don't like it's a pay-per-view. But in my opinion, if you're a boxing fan, this is delivered. Look, it's a stacked card. Joseph Parker is the 4th billed fight from the top. And that's a former world heavyweight champion that just had a war against Joe Joyce. So when you look at this card, and if you're a fan and you go, I don't know if it's pay-per-view, no, it is. This is a pay-per-view fight. And I think that, the production that's gone into it, the effort that's gone into it, the showmanship that's gone into it, the rivalries that have gone into it, I think this is going to deliver. I think the fact that this is the first show of 2023 is massive. And I have a really, really good feeling about this show. I don't know what's going to be fight of the night. Obviously, I think the main event is going to be that, but there's some great featured bouts and some support bouts that really are going to turn out.
You had a fantastic year. Box had a fantastic year, but you personally as well. In terms of the fights you were involved in last year, Shields Marshall was huge. How does this one compare, especially with it being the first one of 2023? Yeah. In terms of your own personal feelings, how does this fight compare?
Well, personally, I'm honored and excited. This is my first pay-per-view. And, Shields Marshall easily could have been a pay-per-view in terms of the scale of it and, the size of it and whatnot. But, no, this is my first pay-per-view, and, I'm honored to be here. It's amazing getting to work not only with Boxer, being able to work with Wasserman as well. Getting along with Kala Sauerland has been awesome. I enjoy working with Kala. And, it's great. And for me, personal career-wise, look, this has all happened quick. It's no secret. And for me to be 27 doing this fight to start off the year, I'm honored, and I'm definitely gonna put on a show. I'm definitely gonna get the crowd into it. I think it's gonna be a lively crowd. It's gonna be a great show. Sold out. I don't know if there's tickets up for resale, but I don't think they'll last long. And we're gonna blow the damn roof off this place.
And as well, as your profile being built with Boxer and Sky Sports and working within boxing, you also did podcasting this week as well. Just talk to you a little bit about that.
Yeah, I did some podcasts. I was in Miami for a little vacation, did some podcasts there, talked about the fight a little bit, stopped off in London, did the Boardman podcast, and they're kind of a newer podcast that's growing. They had Johnny Nelson on recently, and they had Eddie Hall, and obviously I've worked with both of those people, so I connected with them. But no, look, it's all part of selling a fight. It's all part of building a brand. It's all part of it. I love doing it. I love talking to people. I think media is valuable, and a lot of people choose to not like media. A lot of people choose to say, I don't want to do that interview. Well, it helps you. The reality is that media is needed, whether you like it or not. I personally like media. A lot of people don't. It's needed. It's needed to get a story out there. It's needed to build a fight. I mean, look just for example, look how much this fight has relied on media, and Sky itself is media. So I enjoy doing it. I enjoy spending time talking to people like yourself, and it's just part of the game.
Yeah, I mean, look, we obviously it's a huge sport. There's many things that are going on in this sport, and having a huge platform like Sky Sports and Boxer. Recent news that DAZN are looking to work with Amazon Prime. They have rights to some of the football. Is there perhaps, so maybe going on a little bit of a tangent, is there a worry perhaps with the bid in terms of the new Premier League season next year that DAZN, if they have the football, will sometime get bigger than Sky?
I mean, we'll only see in due time. I mean, look, how I look at it is ultimately, from just a straight business standpoint, competition is the best thing for the consumer. When you look at, if I'm a consumer, if I'm a viewer, the more competition that's out there forces businesses and platforms to up their game because they have to battle for consumption, right? So it's a good thing for the consumer. I don't know how it's going to pan out, but the reality is Sky has set distribution. That's the hardest thing to achieve. So the reality is that when Sky puts something out, it's going to be seen. Sky is set. Sky is a stable name. I come from America. The equivalent in America is ESPN, right? So they're never going to go anywhere. Regardless of other entities that want to get into the game, it's a long way off from being able to keep up with the distribution that's already been established. And the reality is that Sky puts out quality content. So not only do they have distribution, they also put out great content consistently, which is the key. And that was a big reason why I wanted to come work here, is because I wanted to work with Sky. Sky is an equalizer, and Sky is a platform that's never going to go away. They continuously puts out great content, and I work with them all the time, and they're always looking for ways to improve what they're doing and to up their game and things like that. And when you have a platform that's constantly striving to improve, you just get a better product for the consumer.
Main event, let's talk about it. If I could press a prediction on you, Big Mo, you're not going to give me one at all. What are you going to tell me?
It's so tough when I'm asked to give these, because I like being impartial, because I like going into the main event just completely blank on it.
What type of fight will we see then? That's the question.
I personally believe that as the fight goes on, I think that helps Liam. I think that the key to Eubank winning is he's going to have to get started early. But the tough thing is that Eubank also has a hell of a chin. So Liam being able to put it away in later rounds does get increasingly difficult. I think that it's known that Eubank Jr. is probably the better athlete and probably has the intangible strength and things like that, or the tangibles rather. And then Smith is the better boxer. And we've seen this matchup before. So in terms of a prediction, it's kind of difficult because you don't know how the fight is going to pace out. It's at not a neutral site, because obviously we're a lot closer to Liverpool, and I think Liverpool is going to turn out well. But this is a 50-50 fight, and this is what boxing needs. This is what the fans want. Congratulations to Boxer and also Wasserman for being able to put it on.
Mo, thanks for talking to Boxing Social.